Alright, I'm going to be showing something rather interesting today. I have done this before, and I have an unlisted video of it, but thought I'd do it again. It's a bed fan system, so it gets very hot at night in this room. I mean, not so much anymore, because, like over here in the window, I have a fan in the window 24/7. But anyway, it's a bed fan system, so at night it'll cycle this blower on and off to force air underneath the blankets, and yeah, so that's basically what it does. That's a furnace blower. It's set on low speed because anything above that is way excessive. And I have this other blanket here to seal it better. And yeah, so I'll show you how this works. So here's the control stuff is over here. It's primarily controlled by this microflush controller, which is generally used for backflushing filters, like water filters. But, I mean, I'm using it to cycle the fan. See, every time it flushes, per se, instead of opening a valve on a filter, it turns on this contactor, which turns on the fan. So, yeah, and currently it's set up to run for 5 minutes every 30 minutes. That way the blower doesn't overheat. And some other stuff. So, first off, I don't want the thing running all the time. I only want it to run at night, so that's what this timer here is for. Can't see it really. Anyway, that timer is there for that purpose, and it triggers a timer relay. It's just a timer relay because I don't have any other. Anyway, all that timer relay does is when it's not on, it turns on the stop input, as you can tell, so that the microflush doesn't cycle. And actually, I would open it, but it's not going to be easy to close again. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So when that is open, or rather, when this is energized, the contact's open, telling the microflush that it can start flushing again, because all the stop input does is it just suspends its operation. So that input 1 is on, or input 2 is on that. Input 1 actually is on a button near my bed, so it does it on that cycle, as I already told you. Every 30 minutes, it runs for 5 minutes. So 5 minutes on and 30 minutes off. 5 minutes on, 30 minutes off. I can change that, but that's what I'm going to start with because I'm just testing it tonight. Now, if we look over here, notice, if you look right here on these Christmas lights, I have a button. And that is just there because this is my pillow, right? And it's just there. When I push that for 1 second, it tells the microflush to initiate a flush sequence. Right? So that's how I can manually trigger it if I want. Now, of course, the furnace blower doesn't have proper air restriction on it. I don't want it to overheat. So the microflush, if it flushes more than I think it's more than 30 times in a period of 1 hour, it'll stop flushing, and it'll trigger an alarm, which activates an alarm relay that causes supervisory on the alarm panel. And then I would have to go up and trouble silence it. But what I'll do is I'll put another keypad over there in that corner, like right down there. Anyway, let's show it. Now, this timer relay, the minimum setting is 12 seconds, so it's going to be some time. So if I turn this on to manually trigger it, and you'll notice after a little bit here, there we go. Now we're running. Next backflush in 30 minutes. So we could wait 30 minutes, or we could just go push that button, and I'll show you the fan running. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to take this button, we're going to press it. There we go. The fan is on, and air is flowing. Now, this is kind of annoying. I'm trying to figure out a way to make it not do this. I want it to not flap like that, but I'll figure it out eventually. And yeah, so that's running. Now, if I come over here, I can do... Oh wait, I gotta log in. Hold on. It's password protected. Backflush stop. I can stop it manually because we don't want to wait 5 minutes. But also, since that's a stop input that relay but the timer triggers as soon as it hits. Basically, it'll only function between midnight and 6:30. So once it hits the 6:30 in the morning, the stop input will activate, and if it's currently flushing, it'll stop at that moment. So yeah, I would demonstrate the alarm function, except that's not very easy to demonstrate, because that would require me to do 3 more flush cycles. Anyway, I guess I could. Oh, let's try that. I don't know if it's in here still. Oh, it is. Okay. I could emulate an alarm. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. Grab these keys. Unlock the tiny lock on the microflush. There we go. Put these away. Now, I can open the microflush. Remove that. Now, I can simulate the alarm by taking this jumper that I use to test zones on the alarm panel, putting it across the alarm contacts in the microflush. There we go. So now you'll say 1 supervisory, blower monitor. So yeah, I put that point in there when I was programming the panel, specifically for this purpose. So if the blower gets locked down because of too many cycles, that'll happen. Put this back in here. Alrighty. So yeah, that's basically it. I might eventually link this thermostat in. I'm thinking of making a custom controller, because I've got some read relays and microcontrollers and stuff, and some thermocouples, or thermistors rather. I'm thinking of making it so I'll set this up so that it doesn't flush by itself. It needs an input, and I'll make a custom controller that determines how often to cycle based on the room temperature. Anyway, I'll show this when I turn off the timer. You'll notice. There we go. Back to stop input has been activated because it's not supposed to be on right now. So that's how it doesn't flush in the day. Rather, it doesn't cycle in the day. And yeah, that's about it. So, yeah, that's my ridiculously complicated bed fan system. And yeah, that's it.